Welcome back to another video with Next Stop Churro Cart. We are super excited. We find ourselves tonight in Disney Springs. We have a reservation at a restaurant that has been on our radar for a little while. If you guys look above my wife's head, it's the Boathouse. I'm so happy you're so short, and you know, it just makes the shot.
It worked out really well.
Our cinematic genius is showing. Dinner. So if you guys like this video, go ahead and leave us a thumbs up. No, I'm totally kidding. Let's talk first about the drinks. I ordered 2 of them and A+ presentation on both. The first drink I ordered was the Tito's Cherry Crush. This was Tito's vodka, tart cherry syrup, fresh key lime juice, and Sprite. The thing that stood out to me most was the tartness. Very, very strong in terms of the tartness. Hopefully that's an actual term. But the other thing that stood out as well was the lime juice. I tend to like sweeter drinks, and so even though tart is a very particular flavor, it wasn't what I was expecting. Not to say that it was a bad cocktail, but it was pretty good. Now, I do have to give a shout out to our server tonight because she thought that I didn't like it. When I ordered my second drink, I hadn't finished the cherry one, and so she thought that I didn't like it, and she took it off the bill. I actually told her you could put it back on, but she wasn't going to, so big thanks for that. But overall, I really liked that drink. I would get it again. The second one that I got was a blueberry lemonade. I got this with my entree, Stoli blueberry, deep eddy lemon vodka, house-made lemonade, and fresh blueberries. When they brought it out to me, at first I was like, whoa, that is a massive drink, because it's this big old glass.
It was huge.
That's what she said.
I was like, good lord, I thought I was going to be feeling it, but luckily, you know, the dinner portion was pretty good. Very sweet, definitely refreshing.
I had the blueberry lavender fizz. It had a florally taste to it. The lavender was very present. If you don't like lavender, you're not gonna like this drink. I would almost call it more of a lavender drink than a blueberry drink. There was almost no blueberry flavoring to it, but they did have blueberries on there, so that was cool. I really liked it. It was very light. It was very refreshing. I would 1000% get it again.
One thing that our server told us at the end was, she's like, you don't have to chug your drink, I'll get you a to-go cup. And because Disney property is private property, you can actually take an alcoholic beverage outside. Doesn't mean you can necessarily take them in all the stores at Disney Springs. I don't know which ones would have reservations about that, but that was something I had no idea of, where you know, you could take a to-go cup and have an alcoholic beverage outside.
We did get an appetizer tonight as well. We got the whipped edamame, and I really liked this one, but Tyler had a different experience with it, so I want to hear what you thought about it, and then also what I thought about it.
Edamame is one of my favorite, like, just little finger foods, because it's super easy to eat, and this was prepared in a completely different style. Very pretty. Taste and texture wasn't there for me. It wasn't something that I liked.
I loved it. I thought it was so unique. Presentation was absolutely stunningly gorgeous. It came out and I audibly said, wow. On this plate, there were turnips, himika, which I'm probably saying wrong, peppers, and there was sesame rice crackers. The edamame had been whipped. There was a chili sauce on the top of it, and when you mixed it all together, it had just the slightest hint of heat, but it was nothing that was unbearable, and I'm a weenie when it comes to heat. But it had a ton of flavor, and what you put the edamame on changed how your like taste buds received it. I loved this. I would get it again. I really think you could have the whipped edamame as an entree.
Finally, we have the entrees. I got the classic cheeseburger. I know that's probably going to raise an eyebrow because, you know, you go to the Boathouse, which is known for seafood and steaks. I've heard that the classic burger from Boathouse is one of the best amongst all burgers on Disney World property. And this definitely did not disappoint. This is easily the best burger that I've had on property. The burger itself was very warm, very nice, very soft. It just kind of fell apart in your mouth, like very, very flavorful. Whoever is putting the burgers together in the bag knows what they're doing. What really kind of caught my eye though about the dish was the like pile of fries. And pile is a very like appropriate word to describe this dish because they brought it out and it was just like, there's like a mountain of French fries on here, you know, and they were really well done fries. My one knock that just, you know, this thing would have been like a grand slam in my opinion, the whole dish, if the fries had some seasoning or at least some salt, because while they were very good, they were still just kind of a little bland. I definitely looked at it and I said, well, you know, I know I'm kind of stealing from another restaurant chain out there. If I came hungry, I'm definitely going to leave very happy and very full if I'm able to clean the plate at all. And I did.
I had the pipette pasta with vegetables and garlic butter. Along with the pasta, it had broccolini, mushrooms, baby kale, zucchini, grape tomatoes, and Parmesan cheese. My first and only knock of this dish was the presentation. Everything that the appetizer had, my entree did not. It came out in a large bowl. It was a ton of food, and it was all just kind of heaped onto the plate. The way that it tasted, well worth it coming out looking like a pile of food. The pasta was cooked really well. The sauce added just enough flavor without being overwhelming, so the sauce was the garlic butter. And sometimes when people put garlic butter on, it either doesn't have enough garlic and you're left wanting more, or it has way too much and it's hard to eat. The vegetables were all cooked perfectly, and they added a really nice crunch to the dish, which it needed because it was pasta. So to have that extra like layer of crunch was nice. The bread was really crispy. That little piece of bread on the side of my dish was super crispy, and it's exactly what you would expect with a pasta dish. It could hold its own if you wanted to scoop some of your pasta on with the bread. Overall, I was so incredibly impressed. Everything blended together and had a beautiful flavor coming together. I would totally go back and get that same dish. It was really good. We did want to talk about the overall ambiance of the restaurant. I was very impressed when we walked in. I loved the, you know, everything that was on the walls. It had a very like classic boat feel, and you felt like you were in a nice restaurant. We experienced what felt like an elevated dinner in the middle of Disney Springs.
So, price point. Is this worth it for you? Well, I'm glad you asked. We, in the end, spent about, $102.54? Now, one thing to keep in mind is they took one of the cocktails off of our bill, and
that includes tip.
Yes, okay, sorry, yeah. So $102.54 with the tip. 2 entrees, a nice appetizer, and then we paid for 2 cocktails. The third one obviously would have kicked us up a little bit. Would we recommend this? I think so. I think honestly, you know, price point is pretty fair for a place like Boathouse.
Neither of us actually eat seafood. Tyler will occasionally have shrimp, but I don't eat fish, and he doesn't really eat fish either. And I was nervous going to the Boathouse not being a fish eater. We felt completely comfortable. There were plenty of options for us on the menu, and we've heard nothing but good things about this restaurant from a lot of people, and some of them aren't fish eaters themselves and still highly recommended it, and I think we concur with those people. We've heard the fish is fabulous if you're looking for a great fish meal, but if you are wanting a good meal and wanting to go to a place that's a little bit more elevated, the Boathouse is definitely someplace that we would recommend.
This has been fun. Thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Be sure to follow us for more videos. Subscribe to Next Stop Churro Cart. Also, our links for our Instagram are in the description below. We hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and this is us signing off.
Bye.